Hey, welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. We are going to continue on our journey of learning just a little bit more Chinese concepts, language, words, expressions, way of thinking, lifestyle, everything attached to it together. And yesterday we talked about 才疏学浅, which is a self-deprecating expression, mostly to introduce oneself or set lower expectation of oneself to kind of say, okay, I wasn't born with many talents, it's really sparse, and my learning not that deep, it's really shallow, so treat me as such. Okay, today we're going to continue with 浅, same, shallow, that comes from the water. Okay, 浅尝辄止, 浅尝辄, it's hard to say, 浅尝辄止. Okay, you see the ch, zh, those are curl your tongue expressions. So sometimes curl or not curl, that's a question. 尝, okay, 尝 came from this word. It has a meaning and sound maker, and it's not as obvious as the usual left and right, top and down positioning. But if you look at the ancient language form, this got wrapped inside. Sometimes, occasionally, we do have that wrapping of another character, another portion of it, of another component inside it. So this shang was the sound maker. Okay, shang is this outer portion with the mouth up top. That's shang, and on the bottom, this is 止. That's sound like 止, but it's the meaning maker. Okay, to me, I like to read the sound maker to see what the sound maker's original meaning, to see if the pairing of that meaning and this meaning can make some sort of sense in this, even if it's supposed to be a sound maker. So here's my interpretation. The meaning maker is a little bit easy to understand. Okay, this is a hand symbol. Well, somebody say it's a spoon. So a spoon, scoop up something and put to your mouth. So this block thing with the up tilted, smiling face, got something in it. So originally it was empty, looking like this, right? Or it was like that. And once you put something in it, that's kind of eating, tasting moment, action, you have something in the mouth, right? So this is like symbolically, I visually show you that from this state to this state. And the shang, okay, even if it's in Chinese, is a little bit abstract concept, actually. Like what do you mean exactly that, right? This is our number 8, and 8, just visually, it's like separated. So this separation over there create. Okay, we have this pointed space with a chimney on the top, right? This is a chimney pointing upward, and then got this separated. So this pretty abstract concept originally meant to be still yet another, and my mind will read it as, okay, this means you already seen or finished or heard one thing, and then there is the separator in between, and then the second portion is going to come. So this is like in between the first and the second, or on the one hand, on the other hand, kind of thing. Okay, so you're suspended over there, try to hear what's coming next. So that was used as like furthermore, and so additionally, something like that. So it's a connector word between concepts. So okay, we have this something put into the mouth, and then we have this concept of and what's your, so that I feel like put personally as 尝, because there's no conclusion yet. When you put something in the mouth to taste it, you don't immediately have immediate response, right? The sense of taste are going to take some time, a few seconds to travel to your brain. And then you can see, do you like it or not? So that's the suspense moment of, okay, you have this. And what's your conclusion? What would you say? How are you going to rate it? Something like that. So that's our very visually expressed 长. And of course, this is simplified Chinese. It doesn't look like this anymore. So I have to go back to the origin to see, oh, that really like visually makes sense of what it takes to make the concept of 长. It takes a little bit of time. You have to suspend over there and wait. What's your conclusion? Right? 止, no, 折, okay. 折 looks like this. On the left side is simplified Chinese version of 车 looks like this. So 车 is our ancient travel tool that involves a wheel, and we even visualize it to be wheel with spokes. Well, we cannot draw out all the spokes. So this is kind of simplified, abstract. You get the idea, right? And then there are some connector part. I don't know the terms even in contemporary English, what exactly all those are called. But this visually is main components or mechanisms of a travel vehicle in ancient times. So that's our car in today's language, or corresponding object in life. So that's car. And on the right is our ear, and with some structure kind of, okay, living over there. So the scholars say this is ancient card structure. There's a component that on the deck of left and right of the card that kind of flip open, and looks like this shape. I don't exactly know because I tried to search on the big, World Wide Web. I couldn't find a clear picture of, different components of ancient car travel tool vehicle. I mean, it's understandable, right? Back then, cart was pulled by horses or cows, sometimes donkeys, and then it's made of wood. So all of those are gone, rotten over time. So we don't get to see it after thousands of years. So the legend of this portion left. And some say this is the ear of the cart. So my interpretation, it could be the stepping point, like things flip down. That means you can, once it's flipped down, open, you can step on it to get onto the cart. So that's my reading of this. But eventually this car component, this flipped open thing, used to mean some quite abstract concept. It could mean always, or it could mean immediately. I mean, how different that is, but depending on the context, then you get the meaning of it. So in this context of 浅尝辄止, means you taste something shallowly, not deep taste, like try it once maybe, and then immediately you stop. 止 came from this food image, and we've seen it in earlier episode of this kind of the arch of the food, and these are the abstract and oversized toes of the food. But eventually it was kept in a language and visualized this way to mean food. And food somehow meant stop. It could just mean that food is not traveling. If it's traveling, we have another symbol to mean walking. We have some footsteps to be next to it to mean, okay, foot in motion. This one, there's no motion, so that means stand still, foot. So that's stop. Okay, 浅尝辄止 simply means you try something, but you just stop over there. You don't go deep into it. So in contemporary concept, it will be like you sample something. And here, just simply put somebody's artwork of many, many instruments. This could be a good scenario to put the 浅尝辄止, like you want to find the instrument, like your spirit instrument, so to speak, that things you connect well, that you want to try all of them shallowly, try a little bit, and then you find the one that in sync, in tune with you. So that's a kind of concept of 浅尝辄止. It's hard to pronounce. Okay, cash into the currency of thinking by One Word a Day with Sophie. See you another day.